All right, everybody. Sans again. How you doing? We're back in it again. Gonna try to date another demon girl. This will be fun. If I remember correctly, I think we're going to talk. I actually don't remember who we're talking to. I think Azrael? Yeah, I think it's Azrael. Yeah. It's not even the demon, it's the angel. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. After a late night movie marathon, Moses, Lucy, and Judgment, you would drag yourself to bed when you notice lights streaming out from underneath Azrael's door. Struggling, you knock on the door. That is a loud knock. Yes, who is it? As replies in such a chipper tone of voice, it makes you question your own sanity and your watch. It's 3 a.m. after all, right? Azrael, you do realize it's late. It is, don't you? All of a sudden, I think she realizes how late it is. Look at that face. All of a sudden, the door swings open. You see Azrael standing before you. It's obvious she hasn't slept a wink, but the fact is she doesn't seem to have perished her in one bit. Oh, hello there, Mr. Taker. Goodness to me, is it late already? Yeah, no, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I should be getting to bed, shouldn't I? Yes, you should. You appear in the room and notice Ariel's desk is even more disarrayed than usual. After looking at the chaos for a moment, you turn your attention back to the angel. What have you been doing? What is he always working on anyways? She's working on her own hentai. Yeah. Notion. I don't know how to say it. Oh, my thesis. Your thesis? You mean your fanfic, right? Indeed, it's my theory that there was a way to classify everything in existence. Wait, what? Pardon? I thought you were doing theses on demons. At first I thought it was just focused on non-living things that are made up of physical matter. But then, that raised a whole slew of questions about the qualifications of life that I, personally, am not interested in answering. So, I expanded to include living things as well. You look all sweaty. Then I started thinking that maybe there's an argument to be made that I'm ignoring the fourth dimension entirely, and I should try to include things that once existed as well as things that are yet to exist. Like, wait, what? And while I'm at it, I really should discriminate when it comes to things that exist only within heaven or hell, so I included things from all the realms. Well, I suppose so, yeah. No, what? What are you talking about? Take a moment to let the absolute onslaught of information sink in. Yeah, there's a lot to think in there, Taker. So let me make sure I understand you correctly. You aim to find a way to put everything, all living and non-living things that exist into the past, present, and future from all realms of existence into a simple classification system. Yep. And this is what you're working. This is where you're awake at 3 a.m. Yep. Alright then, how can I help? No, it's alright then, have a good night, close the door, go back to bed, leave crazy lady alone. But hey, whatever, it's fine. Israel looks at you beaming with the radiance of a newborn star. In excitement, she hugs you around the middle, nearly breaking her spine and your spine. I'm pretty sure you meant your spine. Thank you so much, Mr. Taker. Yeah, how about we make plans to head out to the museum tomorrow? As I understand it, they got a new exhibit. Yes, I'd love to. Good, now please get some sleep. Yes, please go to sleep so the rest of us can too. That would be great, thank you. Fortunately, Azrael doesn't knock on your door the next day until the afternoon, giving you enough time to recover on all the sleep you've lost the night before. Really, you drag yourself out of bed and get ready to go to the museum. Once you dress, you answer the door. Ready? Yes, let's go. Easy to hand, you and Azrael get in the car and start off for the city. It's far distance away, but Azrael fills much of the time regaling you on all the intimate details surrounding her thesis and research she has done so far. Good to know. As the angel's about to launch into an explanation about the merits of quantum physics as it relates to exploration of the fourth dimension, you arrive at your destination. Whew! Bit of bullet there. Glad we don't gotta worry about no thesis of, like, you know, fourth dimensional explanations of physics. That would be wow, that's a book in itself. Azrael's the first to get out of the car. She stares at the buildings with wide eyes. Is this it? It is. Ready to go in? Freddy doesn't even begin to cover it. Alright. Suddenly, Azrael loops her arms in with yours, whisking you away to the front doors. Yeah, she's whisking me. Alright. Hey, you step through the enormous doorway into the massive entry hall with high ceilings and tall windows. Azrael renders practical speechless for a while, quickly falls into overstimulation and her eye dart between all the expeditions within view. If you have no preference as to where to start, I say we head for the Paleozoic section, or Paleozoic section, and start there. That way we can work our way to the present. I like the way you think, Mr. Taker. Together the two of you head for the prehistoric section, exhibition. Sorry, exhibit. Having been here before, you know just how much of a maze this place could be. As exhibits upon exhibits, all interwoven with one another, so there are many different paths that can take throughout. Someone who wants to follow a history of firearms will take a very different path throughout the museum from somebody who wishes to follow the path of, I don't even know how to say that, Sengoku Jidai? However, those two people will no doubt cross paths more than once on their own respective journeys. As for yourself, you think it's best to start at chronological beginning through the negative phases, the way Azrael lets you earn yourself another lecture about time or moral construction, and you work your way up. Truthfully, the museum itself is so massive and so ever expanding that you're never actually seeing all of the exhibits. Though you have always wanted to, it's simply too large and too daunting a task. I mean, yeah, it's this is exhibit for you. I've been in a few museums myself. Kind of nice to nap in one, very soothing, got nice music, very chill area, but they get a little upset if you start lounging around on, you know, benches and stuff that happen to be actually part of the exhibit, so don't do that. As you watch Azrael dash from one exhibit to the next, you can't help but feel content, not content, that's what we're doing here. Content in the idea that the two will return here several more times over the coming weeks just to get through it all. All in all, it takes the two of you a better part of an afternoon and early evening to get through just the Paleozoic section, and by the end of it all, you were exhausted. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you will be. To back out the car, you can't help but notice an ever more prominent bounce in Azrael's step. Did you enjoy yourself? More than you can even realize. How about we go do this again sometime? I like that a lot, Mr. Taker. Would you call me that? Would you prefer Mr. The Taker instead? Never mind. You know, you just call me what everybody else calls me, The Taker. It's fine. Alright, select your character. I think we've done everybody now, right? Except for Lucy. Yeah, I think we only have Lucy left. That's it. We got Lucy right now. Here we go. Date with Lucy. As ever industrious, Lucifer. I want to call her Lucy, not Lucifer, but Lucifer is looking slightly more haggard than normal. Is something the matter? Nothing I can't handle. Just a little upset in the Hell's dimension. Boredom. Boredom happens all the time. Oh, Casanova, how'd it go? Is the Sin Orgy proceeding according to schedule? Sin Orgy. I didn't realize that that's what we were going for. Well, I took Judgment out to a butterfly conservatory. Well, as a start, I don't suppose you have one more day left in you. I could use a break. Sounds good. Where would you like to go? I haven't been able to stretch my legs all day. A walk around the neighborhood would be wonderful. I guess that would work. I honestly can't think of any more date ideas. Really? Lots of cool things you could do. Hey, the two of you exit the house into a warm night air. Ooh, warm night air, hey. Fireflies, newly molten, slowly rise from the grass as you walk by. Their begulling lights illuminating the mostly dark streets in inconspicuous bursts. Beautiful little creatures, aren't they? Quite. Although you ought to know better than to judge a book by a cover. Even as larvae, they highly corporeal and feast fairly indiscriminately on their fellow bugs. You know quite a lot about insects for someone who spends most of the days running hell. Lucifer shrugs, sniffing hauntingly. A girl could take a passing interest in creatures far beneath her. After all, I took an interest in you, didn't I? Ooh, that's a solid burn. She's got a point there, Taker. I mean, she is the queen of hell, so I mean, oof. Would you like some ice, my man? Only stung a little. I'm pretty sure you got like 3rd-degree burns, buddy. You better call like a paramedic. I assume your day has been busy then. Always is. Running hell is a lot harder than raising it. There's a difference? Quite. Everyone needs to be filled, damnation allocated, and the skeletons go on strike if they don't get their milk rations. So, wait, what? Wait. As a skeleton, I'm gonna be honest with you. Milk rations? Why not some ketchup? Don't get me wrong. Growing up, you need that, you know, that calcium for the strong milk, you know, bones for milk. So maybe then, but how old are these skeletons you got hired? Because after a certain amount of time, you don't need milk anymore. Then it's whatever you feel like. And honestly, I'll just take some ketchup. You know, you don't gotta give me no milk rations. What? So why you do it? Yeah. They help carry paperwork. Plus, if someone comes into hell unannounced, they have a useful knack for arranging themselves in irritating little puzzles that... Not that. Your whole Queen of Hell job seems like kind of a thankless job for the amount of time you spend doing it. The Ivy Horde demon breaks stride, pondering the question as she stares up at the stars. Lord of the Throne of Hell is a position that no demon wants, yet conveniently all covet. Take the weight of it upon one's shoulders is no small task, and matching it is unpleasant only by the problem that arises when it's forced to relinquish it. Hey, that's a tongue twister. For somebody who doesn't have a tongue, mine just got twisted. Forced, how so? The throne is never given, only taken. Since time immemorial, the person seated on the throne has balanced atop the endless withering hordes of demon kind, each determined to usurp power for themselves. Those atop have no faith to climb, and thus must look down constantly in fear of being thrown from their lofty position. Even heard of democratic elections? Well, Lucifer chuckles sourly, the darkness of joy filling out her mouth and into the cool night air. Believe it or not, things are better now than they were before I took power. I implied bureaucracy, a proper 5-day work week, a break room for demons and tortured souls used between damnations, and beefcake skeleton gods. Merely an aesthetics choice. Understandable. Oh, she likes beefcakes. That's why she likes Taker. She's like, oh, look at all that flesh and all those big bones underneath. Hey. Wait, she wouldn't like me then. I'm a little flabby. Ah, that's fine. I'm okay with it. Only hurts my feelings a little bit. You do have continued your stroll in ominous silence before another thought breaks through the quiet. Has someone else been taking servers out for walks? Not to my knowledge. I pride myself on knowing just about everything going on in our house. To the park earlier, and she was absolutely ballistic on someone who was trying to rob me. Cerberus does have a nose for sin. The girl could sniff out a guilty conscience half a mile away. That's certainly true. I've seen her go after weirdos that hang out around Eero's underwear emporium. Eero's what now? Actually, forgot I asked. I just assumed that Modius was involved somehow. As I was saying, I've seen her go after shady types before, but something about this time was different. She seemed to recognize whoever it was she attacked. Lucifer freezes in place, her red eyes suddenly glowing luminous crimson in the dim-lit streets. Very slowly, she turns her head away from you and with obvious effort lowers her shoulders into a more relaxed pose. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. You, on the other hand, can't say the same. If there's nothing to worry about, then why am I worried about it? Here we are again. You're such a gentleman walking me home and everything. Thank you for the date. It was certainly informative. Ditto. Hey! And we've dated all of them now. Lucifer and Taker's affection is increased by 1. Second circle. Hey guys, I just want to thanks for playing our game. Written by Owen Knight and Morgan Day. inspired by the good number of scenes provided by and his films and his crew. TG's prize was drawn by Dan O'Hara. He is the insanely talented artist that will follow him on Twitter. And this is the end. Inspired by the spirit work and provided by Kioviro, Team Zola, and Rue. Program was done by Ray Meddy. Music, sound effects. Helltaker's House design was created by Reddit. All background reviews subject to change. Once again, thank you guys for playing the game, and be sure to leave us feedback on how we did with the demo. Oh, this is the demo. Hey, this is the demo. I cannot wait to see the full game. Then, thank you guys for making this. This was a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed me playing this, and whenever the new one comes out, when it actually gets released, somebody let me know, and I will play the full game. Until then, though, I hope you enjoyed it all. We've dated all the demons, as always. Hopefully, next time I see you, though, is in the Bone Zone. Peace.
Hey everyone, Sans here, how you doing? So, just let you all know, if I had a Patreon, this is where I keep them. So, if you'd like to go ahead and help me make more great content for y'all, please go check out my Patreon in the description below. And as always, hopefully next time I see you, it's in the Bone Zone.